Nathan is on the line from Birmingham. Nathan, good morning.
Hello, yeah, the last person just talked about this country.
Yes.
I was in Birmingham City Centre the other day.
Right.
There were no white people there.
Right. And how did that make you feel?
Well, you talk about this country, the country doesn't exist. There is no Britain anymore, or it's getting to that stage. So countries, the nation states, it's supposed to be about a group of people, a singular race, to a certain extent. And the country's been taken over by various multinationals. Therefore, Britain will not exist in, I don't know, maybe a few decades' time.
I mean, Nathan, it's still 85% white. That's quite a massive amount. I mean, if you go to where I live just outside Manchester, you don't see any brown people, Nathan. I mean, it's not as if, like, if you go into rural parts of this country, if you go into, I don't know, you go to somewhere like Cambridge, or you go to somewhere like Lincoln, or you can go to somewhere like Glasgow, I was in the other day. There's plenty of white people around, Nathan.
Okay, so what about if you were a white person living in Birmingham?
Well, there are areas of Birmingham which are full of white people, aren't there, Nathan? Edgbaston.
You live got Coventry Road. You know Coventry Road, Stratford Road, and that.
No, I don't know those areas, to be honest.
Sparkbrook.
Yeah, I've heard of Sparkbrook, yeah.
Okay, so where have all the white people that used to live there, where have they all gone? It's all Somalians there now.
Well, that's where the cheapest housing is, presumably, is it, Nathan?
But they moved out because they felt uncomfortable, so is it wrong to feel uncomfortable with people that are different from you? Is that wrong?
Well, why would you feel uncomfortable just because, I live in an area that's full of white people. Why should they feel uncomfortable about me? I'm friendly. My kids are friendly. My wife is friendly. We contribute. We say hello. We say good morning to people. Why should you feel uncomfortable around
people? Where do your parents come from now?
Sri Lanka.
So what about if you went back to Sri Lanka to show your children your heritage? And
they go back every year.
What about if you went back there and it was like 50% Puerto Ricans or Chinese or something, wouldn't it?
Well, if it was 15%, which is what the ethnic minority... Look, I lived in London, Nathan, for years, so I know... And so my neighbours opposite me was mixed English and British Asian. Then directly opposite was Asian. Next door was Portuguese. I mean, it was just a mixture of people. I just think that we all have the same... Lots of us have the same values. We want to bring up our kids. We want to be educated. Hopefully, we want to have a good job. We want to provide. I mean, that's what most people want, isn't it?
You're saying that Britain shouldn't exist then?
Should be
Britain
what?
Can be destroyed. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
It can be destroyed.
Yeah, Britain from the 1950s or something like that. That can be completely gone.
Well, why would you want Britain in the 19... I wouldn't want anywhere in the 1950s. 1950s didn't have the internet, didn't have mobile phones. You didn't have the Race Relations Act, so people can just be horrible to each other. Why would you want any of that back? Women were treated terribly. Why would you want any of that back?
Because that's the natural state of how people wanted to live.
People wanted to be racist, people wanted to be sexist, people wanted to be homophobic. That's what people wanted, is it? That's a good world as far as you're concerned.
So you're saying that South Africa, it's good that South Africa got tagged by white people?
No, I'm saying that quite the opposite. I'm saying that it's very, very good that apartheid is not in South Africa anymore. Did you think apartheid was a good thing?
No, I'm saying that South Africa is for black people and England is probably for white people.
South Africa and England should be for people who want to contribute.
No. The racial makeup of any country is the racial makeup of that country. You can't just...
Well, then don't go around the world having an empire then. If that's the case, don't go and invade other countries and take their natural resources to help boost your own economy. Stay in your own country then. But if you do want to go around the world and do all of that, then expect that those people, the sons and daughters of those people, who, by the way, largely were invited into this country to help the economy after the war, expect them to come back and say, OK, well, we'll contribute then. We'll come back.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Nihal, because I'm not white, Nihal.
No, yeah, no, I understand that.
Okay.
I understand that.
But don't you see from white people's point of view?
No, I do get that. Listen, I completely get how some white people would look at places like Southall and like Bradford and places like that and go, what's happened to our country? I can completely understand that.
The people in this country who want immigration, they're really racist because they want the resources from people in other people's countries. They want to destroy their countries and then have all the immigrants come over here. And it makes them feel good.
Okay, we're going to have to leave it there because I've run out of time. It's really interesting talking to you, Nathan. Really interesting.
Right.
Have a good weekend and keep listening to the BBC Asian Network, Nathan. And keep getting involved. Take care, my friend.